Hey folks, as I mentioned in my last video, I finally finished the Wingnut Wings Pfalz DIIIa. I thought I'd been working on this thing for at least 4 months when I look back to see the date of the first video I posted, which was labeled something like first day build. It was just a shade over 2 months ago. And of course, a lot of that time, this model and the pieces were sitting in the box, waiting for decals or some other reason where I had diverted my attention to some other project. But in a rush of activity, after I finally got that top wing on and then set myself to doing the rigging, I said, you know, I'm going to get this thing finished. And that's what we did this weekend. So this was one of 5 livery options that were available in this marvelous kit. And it is the Pfalz DIIIa that was piloted by Müller of Jasta 18, the Raven's Jasta. He had actually been with Jasta 15 before, but then transferred over to Jasta 18 in, I think, early 1918 when they reorganized the Jastas regionally. And I believe that was a Bavarian Jasta flight group. Anyway, he scored 10 of his 12 victories in a Pfalz DIIIa, and my understanding is the entire Jasta had this very bright paint scheme of red and white with the black raven emblazoned on the side. I dug out my one little display base, which was a gift from Mark Tyler. I think Mark gifted it to me and built it for me with the idea that I'd put perhaps 1/72nd scale or maybe 1/48th scale planes on. It's a little crowded with the Pfalz here. The kit is amazing. The only thing that gave me fits were just in the last 24 hours, I had some issues with wrinkly cross decals on the top wing. Of course, most of those are gone after I hit it with the Microsol red, but they aren't perfect. And in larger scales, your imperfections do show. There are other little things that I wish I had done a bit better. I'm pretty happy with the rigging. I used Easy Line, and after a couple of frustrating sessions, I figured out how to make my 2 hands work like 3 hands and succeeded in being able to use the accelerant adeptly so that I could touch the end of the rigging line into the CA glue and get an instant bond without making a total mess. Sure, it would have been better if I used the turnbuckles. That would give it a more complete look, but I haven't progressed to that stage yet. Anyway, I think the one thing I learned from this is I'm probably not going to build any more Great War aircraft where white is a predominant color. Really hard to keep smudges or any little imperfections from showing. And of course, the back half of the fuselage, or the back 2/3 of it, is in white, along with the fin, the rudder, etc., horizontal stabilizer. But I liked this motif. Finally got a home from my pilot that isn't Hans Müller, but close enough. And now I'll be turning my attention to an Allied plane, which was the subject of another video. Can't really get this on my little turntable. I think you can get a sight of the rigging now. There you see it with the Easy Line. But I'll have some still pictures available in a link from one of my photo galleries. Thanks for watching, and model on.